All right. So I am excited that you guys are all here to learn Trello, and we're excited to share this with you. I know we gave you a glimpse of it a little bit, and all of you were intrigued and were like, whoa. And I just actually started using this just a few weeks ago, maybe about a month or two ago. It seems like it hasn't been that long, but I needed a way to get organized. I had to get organized. I couldn't. I couldn't keep doing what I was doing because I had stuff everywhere and I didn't know what I was doing each day. I do have a daily planner, a monthly planner, weekly planner, whatever you want to call it, half-hour planner. Um, my planner is broken down into half-hour increments for every single day, but I still needed something else to keep myself organized. So I discovered Trello a couple years ago, but it just seemed to kind of overwhelm me. I was like, I don't even know where to start. So when I finally said, I've got to do this, because other people that I had talked to really have been, having success with it and enjoying it. So I'm like, I need to just do this. And I seen how easy it was. I'm like, we gotta share this because this was a game changer for me, actually. So I'm going to bring up our first speaker. We're going to split this training up a little bit. Nicole Bose is a goal builder with Planet Marketing. She is a rock star, you guys. Very organized. You guys know the personality killers. She's a green personality, loves detail, and she is just diving into this also. And she's going to tell you all about it, and then we're going to break it down and actually show you and teach you how to build a board. So Nicole, she is from Fostoria, Ohio, in the middle of the cornfields, like I always say I'm from. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you, Nicole.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. I really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for jumping on here today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. That way we can make sure you can see everything we've got going on. So really excited about this. All right, so as Cindy said, this is going to be a basic introduction, and then we're going to dive in a little bit more so that you can learn, additional information about Trello. So if you guys currently use it, drop in the chat, let us know that you're currently using it, and if not, you are in the right place to learn. How about that? So let's talk a little bit just to familiarize everybody, because I know we've got different people at different levels, skill levels with Trello. So maybe some of you are wondering what in the world Trello even is. So it's a free collaborative platform. Okay, so you don't have to pay anything for the service initially. There is a paid option that you can choose to use if you want, but let me tell you, we use the free option, and there are so many different things that you can do with it. Really, unless you have like a ginormous scaled business, you probably don't need the paid version. That's going to be my advice. So really, it is that free collaborative platform. You can use it individually. You can invite your team members or maybe even family members to share boards with you, or they can share their ideas with you through different boards as well. And you can access it through a computer or through the app on your smartphone. So very, very multifunctional. It's super easy to use, pretty intuitive to navigate. And so, again, we talked about it, but you can work on those Trello boards by yourself or with somebody else. And then the third thing I will say is I feel like Trello is the electronic version of maybe bulletin boards or those Post-it notes, different, Excel spreadsheets, or maybe that kitchen list that you have on the fridge that you constantly are writing things on. Okay. Or maybe you're just looking for a way to be able to manage your prospect list or your follow-up list, or get your hands around your grocery list, or things that you need to do for your family, your entire personal and professional career. This is the exact tool that you're going to need for that. So the nice thing with Trello is it is always in sync. So we talked about you can use it through a computer, a PC, or you can use it through the app. It is real time. So no matter where you're at, and even if you are sharing those boards with someone else or a team, anytime anybody updates it, you will have real time notifications, and you can have the current version right in the palm of your hand with your smartphone. So very, very easy to take with you no matter where you're at. All right, let's talk a little bit about board basics. So there are 4 main components of a Trello board, and we are going to talk through those. So the first one is the actual board itself. If you're looking at this picture, that's going to be all the blue space you see. That is the board. Think of that as your virtual bulletin board. Okay, this is where you're going to, keep your information for a specific project, maybe a workflow you're working through. Whatever information you want, you can have a board for it. The next one is lists. So lists are B. If we're looking up here, right, the to do, the doing, the done in this photo, those are examples of lists that you have. This shows it represents a workflow that you are working through items to completion. And so again, there are no numbers to the list that you can have on a board. There's no numbers of boards that you can have or cards that you can add to lists. You can make it whatever you would like it to be. And that brings us to C, which is cards. So under each one of the lists, the different cards really represent your individual tasks or ideas that you need to keep track of, okay? And the last main component is going to be your menu. This is labeled as D on the screen, and that's on the right-hand side of your Trello board. It is really that mission control center for your board. So you can change your background here. You can filter your cards. You can, do all sorts of things. You can track activity for a board. Any information that you want so that you know what's going on with your board, you are going to find it here on your menu. And the nice thing about the menu is that you can hide it. If it happens to be in your way, you don't really want to look at anything on the menu at that time, you can close it and you can, expand it at any point in time so that you know what's going on. Then the next one, let's talk about getting started. So the Trello site itself has amazing training documents, okay? If you go to trello.com/guide, you will be able to find an entire getting started guide. And this is where you can learn the basics, but also you can learn additional skills. So the middle graphic there says Trello 101, create a board, feature deep dive, power up your productivity, expand your use of Trello, maybe collaboration, create a team. Maybe you want to administer a team, look at some pro tips, how to leave your old tools behind and really migrate to using Trello exclusively. This guide will show you every single one of those. It's very helpful. All right, so let's get a real example. This actually is one of the Trello boards that Cindy used to prepare for MegaFest. And so this shows a workflow, okay? So again, on the left-hand side, you have your starting items that you want to do. In the middle, it says doing. These are the current items you are engaged in working on. And then once they're done, you can move them over to the done column. And again, you can move individual cards between boards. You can archive them. You can update them, and we will talk all about that. So the best way to really figure out how to navigate and to work Trello is to get your hands on it. So at this point in time, I am going to step out of the way of greatness and bring back up Miss Cindy Brueggemann so she can show you Trello.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Okay, so now that you guys got a little bit of knowledge about what Trello is and what it can do, we're going to show you. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit on how to build, and just going to give you some examples. So this is just my daily task board to doing done, just like we had created for the MegaFest, and I gave you a glimpse of it. These are things that things that I need to do, things that I have done. This stuff might be, see, I need a flyer. I had that on my to-do list and it got done. and you can color code. So just, looking at these, I can color code. I have these color coded and I have the color codes memorized. So I know green is daily. This is what I got to do daily. Red is high priority. Pink means Macy. So my daughter-in-law helps me with some things. She helps me with content and things like that. She's a graphic designer, and I'll pay her a little money to help me. So she is on my Trello board. I shared it with her, so you can see my initials and her initials up here, and that's who has access to this board. And then blue is the things that I do. So I have this color coded, but we're going to show you how to create a board. But I'm going to show you a quick glimpse at some of my other boards here. I'm going to go to this MegaFest one. So just so we can just look at the one that I created for our training we did the other day. So the to-do, doing, and done. When you look, okay, you can see the board is the main board. These are the cards that that Nicole explained to you, and then I'm sorry, these are the list. So each column is a list, and then the cards are each item on each list. That's a card. So I can add another card and put on here groceries. If I want to put, my groceries on here, I can put that on here. So then once you have a card on here, I'm just making sure I don't get the wrong words. So the cards you can go to, and you can make a list. You can make a checklist. So you can see that I have the checklist right here. And one second. Okay, sorry, I'll get rid of my dog. They're gonna lock her up. So you can make lists, and then you can cross them off. And then at the end of the day, I can uncheck my list and put it back over. I can see, okay, I've gotten this much done. And this list right here is my personal development. This is just the things that I do every single day. I even put my shower exercising in here, make sure I get my vitamins. I like to drink a shake every day. So that is part of, for me. And that's part of my personal development. And I do have my affirmations done already. So, and I can look at this and I'll leave it in my doing until it's done for the day. Okay. And then I'll put it over here that I'm done with it once I have it done. And then at the end of the day, okay, I made my Facebook post. I'm working on my stories. See how easy that is to move them? My DMO is done. So my DMO card, I have my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guys do the Power 30 with me, I've got my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right here. Every single day, I'm going to do those. And then when I'm done with them, I can stick them over in the done. So now I've just got a few things left. I'm going to say happy birthdays in my DMO, because on my reach outs, that's what I do for my reach outs. So that's done. All right. And these are just extra things that I had to do. And then at the end of the day, I can take this whole list. See, it's all green. So that's stuff I got to do every single day. I can take this whole list and move the list. I don't want to move the list. I want to move all the cards in this list to do. So they all went back over here, and I'm going to uncheck these because I'm going to start fresh again tomorrow morning. But when I'm done working for the day, I can move it all back and start back over tomorrow morning. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I'm going to, before I show you any other boards, we're going to create a board. All right, I'm going to show you how to create a board. All right, first you got to create your login. You got to create a login and password for your Trello and sign in. All right. And Nicole told you Trello is for a computer and for the phone. You create it. I would create it on the computer, and then you have access to it on your phone. And I absolutely love the access on the phone because it is just like the access on the computer. It is so nice and convenient. Because if you're not at your phone or not at your computer, you can just pull up if you knew that there was want to look at your to-do list. I even made a list for my kids' chores and shared the list with them. They haven't dove into it a whole lot yet, but I'm going to get them used to looking at that and just keeping track of their daily task every day. But so we're going to go to boards, And then at the bottom, and I've got these starred boards are ones that, you know, these three here are that I use, and I put these up here for to show you guys. This connection funnel, I do want to show this to you because this is not just the to do, doing, done. This is another idea. So someone asked if you can do this for prospects. I have not started using this for prospects yet, but someone gave me this. So, okay, say you expose somebody to the video, you shared the info for, and that one's not even, somebody shared this with me. I'm going to archive that one. I don't like that one. You expose them, okay? You gave them the video, you had them watch a webinar, you get their name on this list. And each one of these can be a name, okay? Each card can be a name. And then you got them on a 3-way call or chat. You want to put their name in. If they joined or they said no, you can do follow-up lists. Like there's all different kinds of things that you can do to create a list like this also. So let's go to boards, and to create a board, you're going to go all the way to the bottom right here and click create new board. Okay. Your new board is going to have a title. Let's just put Trello Training to-do list. We're going to make a to-do list and make it kind of simple. You can put a background on it. You can change the background. You can see how that is. We can just make it, I'm going to just make it, I'm going to make it red just so it stands out and there's not a lot of background photos and stuff. And then if I want to put a team on it, if I have a team created, you can create teams. So like if I had a Macy and Cindy team, I could put that. Or if I have like all my goal builders and I want to make a board for my leaders, I can make a goal builder list. Okay. You can start with a template. You can hit template and it's created for you. You can go into all different, you can search those. But I'm going to create my board. That's all. Name it, pick the color of the background, and I'm going to create my board. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to just do the basic to-do list. Okay. To do. And then you click add list, or you can hit enter. And it's going to go to the next column, doing. So when you're working on it, you got that list. And then done. Once you're done, you can put it in the completed. Okay. So then we're going to add, things to do, right? So some of the things we're going to do daily is we're going to do our DMO, right? And then you can just hit enter, and then we can go back and color code these. I'm going to show you how to label them. So DMO, you want to say happy birthday to everybody in your messenger and your Facebook. Let's see, you're going to do your personal development, right? If you have a dentist appointment, put your dentist appointment on there. So don't forget about it. It's there. Let's see. Okay, you get the point. Say you've got a you had this training today, Trello training, and you can put times in. So we're doing the Trello training right now, so I'm going to move it over to doing, right? Your dentist appointment, say that is on Monday, and it's at 4 o'clock. We're just going to put 4 o'clock in there, and I'm going to save it. It's going to give you a reminder one day before. So on Sunday, did you guys see that? It said one day, it's going to set reminder one day before. So on Sunday, it's going to remind you that you have that dentist appointment, and it says May 11th. So that will be in that list, and it'll just remind you on Sunday that you got that. So let's look at DMO. All right, and you can make a checklist like I showed you earlier. You can make a checklist, and this checklist, I'm going to make it my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or you can name it Power 30. Just name it Power 30. And then I'm going to add my items that I want to check off. So I'm going to do 5 reach outs, 4 follow-ups, right? 3 social media posts, 2 new friends, and then 1 connect with leader. All right. So if I want to color code, I can click labels, okay? And this lets me color code. Remember I showed you the red I had for high priority, the green was daily. So this DMO, I'm gonna do it daily, and I'm gonna call my green one, you can see the green is checked. I'm gonna call this a daily task, and then I'm gonna save it, okay? And then I can make this one, I can label it daily, all right? So that one is daily. I've got my checkoffs. And then you can also add members. If you have different members on your board, I could, assign it to somebody else if I have somebody else on this. So happy birthdays. That's something I'm going to do every day. So I'm going to put a green label on that. You just go to the label and click it. Automatically puts it there. Personal development. Make your checklist. Okay. What do you want to do? I'm just calling it a checklist. What do you want to do? Read, how long? 30 minutes, set your timer. You're starting an activity, read for 30 minutes. Okay, if you're going to write, I have all my personal development stuff right here. I have a gratitude journal. Okay, so I'm going to write down 10 gratitude statements, or I'm going to do it for 5 minutes and write my gratitude book. I have my daily devotions book. Okay, I'm going to read my daily devotion. I've got my affirmations. I'm going to write my affirmations for 5 minutes, and then I have my brain dump. What's that? I don't know where my brain dump. I have a separate notebook for my brain dump. It's right here underneath my mail for the day. My brain dump is right here. So I just like to brain dump anything I'm thinking. I journal it. This is my journal. If I'm thinking something, I take my journal. So I have each one of them things on my list, and I check it off when I'm done, and it feels good when I check that stuff off. You guys see my personal development list. It had like 13 items on it. It feels good to check those things off. So when you have a checklist, your affirmations, whatever it is that you want in your personal development, like I said, I had my exercise in there, then just check it off. Okay, I know that I've got to exercise yet today, look, because it's telling me I've got 2 of my 3 things done. I'm working on this yet. I've not finished my personal development. My DMO, I might, be on the Power 30 and I get these 4 done, but I still haven't connected with my leader. I got one more thing to do on my DMO before I go to bed, right? So, and if I have something that's high priority, change your, go to the card, make a label, and make that red your high priority, and just type it in there. And, or if you know it, you don't even have to type it in there. If you know what that stands for. And then I'm just looking. So if you want to share your board with somebody, you click invite right here, invite to board. If you know their email address, if they're signed up with Trello, you can put it in here, or you can invite with link. I find this the most simple way. Invite with link. So you can copy the link right here, right? And then you can go and share it. So I'm going to go to, I'm looking for the chat box. Come on, chat box. I want to share this with you. Not giving me the chat box. There we go. I just seen it. All right, I'm just going to share it with you real quick, okay? You guys can copy that, and you have access to it now, okay? You have access to my board, and you can take it when you get it, okay? When you get it, hang on. I want to go to home. No. Trying to, okay, so when you get it and you bring the board up, it's my own. So I'm going to find one that somebody shared with me. So I shared it with you. Go to show menu, and you should be able to, Nicole, do you know, I think there's a place where you can save or copy the board yourself. I think I already did it on these. When you guys get it, you should be able to save or copy the board, and then it's your own. Okay, you're not making any anybody have it pulled up and can tell me that if at the bottom right side it says somewhere like copy or save board. If you save it as your own, there should be a place in the bottom bottom right corner where if you save it, you can, it's your own board and you can do what you want with it.
Oh, okay. I'm trying for you, Cindy. Just a second.
Okay.
It does not work. It does not like Internet Explorer, apparently.
Oh, that's what I use.
Yeah, it just gave me an error. So.
Oh yeah? Huh. Okay. Well, let me just keep talking here. I'm going to show you some of my boards just to give you some ideas. Okay. So content for social media. Whenever I find stuff.
Mine pulled up, Cindy. If you give me a second, I'll check on it.
Okay. Thanks. So whenever I find something for social media, I will sometimes just I have two boards. I have content to be created, which is here. So if I find some, you know, like I have my own logo, but if there's something, like sometimes you can find words or memes and they have somebody else's logo on them. And then you're like, that is not, you know, what I wanted. I need that off of there and I need my logo on it, or you want to take the logo off. And you just, you save the photo, but then it just stays in your phone. And I got like 10,000 photos in my phone. So I can take things and throw it on these boards. And, you know, if I want it without a logo, whatever, I just need to take a logo off. Or if I just seen a funny thing, if I want it with my logo, I throw it in here. And then, you know, I'll just work in here and work on my content. So on the content for social media, once I have my content created, I throw it on these boards, okay? So what these boards are, and don't let this like, this is way too much. These are easy, okay? You just create, like I said, you just create your board, make your title, know what you want from your board. So I know what list to make. Okay, my content's created. I'm going to throw it in one of these columns when I get to it. All right, this week, this is my Facebook timeline. I'm going to make these posts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are my posts that I'm going to make this week. All right, and my stories. These are my posts I'm going to make. If I have them created and I know what I want, I can pre-plan my posting for the week. All right, I don't always do it. And then, you know, have your content, know your content. What do you want people to find? This is a whole nother training. What do you want people to come to you and know about you? What value do you want to give them? And, you know, pick that out, you know, branding yourself. Okay, what do you want them to come? They need to know you, like you, before they trust you. And they're not going to join you until they trust you. So give them all about you. Isn't my baby beautiful? I gotta show her off. That's my little granddaughter. But so these are my topics. Mondays I do mom hacks or grandma goodies. Okay, I'm going to give up my dogs. They're going to see my granddaughter. They're going to see my kids, and I'll just put these here and just wait till one of the weeks I want to share that. Tuesdays travel. I'm always going to do travel on Tuesday. I've got all kinds of things ready to go if I, you know, for my Tuesdays. Wednesdays, wisdom and inspiration. I love inspirational quotes. You're going to see that from me on Wednesdays. Thursdays, I do business tips and hacks. I'm going to talk about business on Thursdays. That one's in the wrong column. So I can just take that. It's in the wrong column. I'm going to put it over here under Friday. Okay, it's that easy to move these. All right, Fridays, I like to feature females. These are just a bunch of Hello Fridays in here. Saturday, they're going to get family, recipes, fun. Usually what I'm doing that Saturday is what they're going to get. Sunday, marriage, love is just, there's some funny things in there. You know, and then this is stuff that I've used. When I'm done with it, I can go to, there are 3 little lines there. I can click that and I don't want to click that. I can move or archive it. I can move it to my use content, or I can move it to any of the other lists, okay? Or I can archive it and just, it's gone. So there was another thing I was just thinking that I was going to show you something. Oh, okay. So if you want to have lists that look like this, let's see. So this is my Thursday. I've got this here. If I don't want the photos to show, that's their cover, okay? That's a cover photo. Just remove cover and see how it just shows there's one attachment there. I'll show you. I had 3 pictures in this one because I'm going to put 3 pictures in that same post. Remove cover. And then I've got one more. And then I'll show you, how it looks. Remove cover. And you can see I've got that Thursday post. I've got 3 of them, but it doesn't show the photos. But they're still there. It just isn't a cover. And I can make it a cover if I want it. But there's my Thursday. So you can do like the photos. That's a cover. That's what that's called. Yes.
I'm sorry, we have a couple questions. Can you just explain how you put those photos into the card and then how you transition them from there to Facebook?
Yes, absolutely. Good question. So when I find the content, and most of the time I do it from my phone, like I will find a photo on Facebook, or if I'm creating this in Canva, I can go here. Okay, let's add a card. Okay, I'm going to add a card. And this is going to be my Sunday post, okay? So I'm going to pull up this Sunday, and I can add an attachment. Oh, there's another thing I want to show. So I can go to my computer and pick a photo. If I have it saved on my computer, you can do this from your phone. If you have the photo saved on your phone, you can do this from your phone also. So just go to your computer. You guys are going to see all of my, okay, it was telling me. Okay, so, I'm just going to go and pick a photo. This is all my desktop stuff that I have all these, and it's slow right now. It's kind of locked up. But I can just click one of these photos. Come on. So I can, even go to my pictures. And here's my Carnival file. I'm going to click that, and voila, my photo is processing. There we go. There's my photo. And there it is. If I want to add a link, this is another good thing. Say I find something on Pinterest, and let me just go. I'm working on a quote right now, and I found this beautiful beach wedding. I'm going to go to my daily list. This is, I'm working on this quote. I can attach this link to the venue that I found for them because I like it. I'm going to attach it. So when I go back to this, I can, click this link and know exactly where I was at, and know, find exactly and you can see that there's an attachment on it. I can click this, it'll take me back to that website I was looking at. So you can even do tasks like that. You can attach things. So that is, your social media content idea. I'm just looking. Like I said, I had a chore list for my kids. And I had to-do list and then a to-do today list. You can see they're not looking at it because they're not moving anything because they have half this done. What they're doing, and then done. And there's 2 girls. So they, the purple's color coded for Ellie and the orange is color coded for Addison. They split their chores. This is did I show you the connection funnel? Yeah. So, all right, let's take questions. Or Nicole, if you think I've missed something.
So I've been trying to keep up with the questions as we go.
Okay.
They've been asking some good ones. You've covered a lot of them through the conversation.
Okay.
But definitely, if you guys have additional ones, go ahead and you can either unmute yourself or drop them in the chat. We'll be happy to take questions now.
And another thing, so like on the boards, see, it just said Nancy joined my board because I brought this up, the Trello Training to-do list. So if I want, so when you're looking at your different boards, if you want certain boards, like right here in your top list, your starred boards, when you go to board, like I'm on this Trello training to-do list, I can click my star here and it's going to start, it'll show up here in my top list. I don't have to go searching for it through my other boards. My starred ones are here. So I can remove some of my starred ones that I don't use very often. I can find them in the list. That's another thing Nicole taught me today. You can search your cards. So you can search your cards if you're looking for something particular. If I'm looking for, I know I had something on Facebook. If I'm looking for a particular a task or something in my cards, I can look for it right there. You know, if I'm in my content and there's a certain content that I want, I can search for it in my search cards over here. All right.
I really love the search function when I'm trying to find a certain prospect. That way I know,
Oh, that's good.
did I do a three-way with them? Did I add them to a group tool? Have they seen the video? It really helps me out.
Great idea.
Hey, we do have a couple questions, Cindy.
Okay.
So,
I can't see the chat for some reason. You can read
yeah,
it to me.
can you delete lists or cards or only archive them?
I deleted a list earlier. So like I gotta remember. See, and a lot of this stuff, you guys have to just play with it to because I don't remember how to do everything. I played with it and I figured it out. So this one, I closed the board. So like this list, you can close the board and then it will say you can reopen the board by clicking boards menu after you close it. But then once you close it, it will you have the option to permanently delete it. And when if you click that, it's going to tell you permanently you cannot access this board again. So you can permanently delete it. I'm going to reopen it back up. As far as cards, I know that there's just the archive. It just goes in the archive, and then your activity. It has everything on your activity, and with the boards. Also, you can look at your activity down here too.
And I'm going to be honest. I mean, obviously it gives you the archive option right away. I feel like there is a way to delete a card, but I don't know how I stumbled upon it. So Cindy,
I've deleted them before too. I think I just hit archive and then it gives you the option if you want to just archive.
Okay.
Delete.
Oh, okay, perfect. Look at you.
Mine's not giving me that option, but I don't know. So I can see, okay, I shared this link with you. I can see who all joined it. See you guys? Those of you that joined the board. So when you joined that board, Amy, did you see that you were able to copy it or save it?
Yeah, yep. I just went up to the menu, clicked more and hit copy board, and then it asked you to rename it. So
Okay.
I even moved some cards around to make sure it didn't move to yours, and they didn't because I moved stuff from doing to done.
Yep.
Make sure that they were not connected, and they weren't.
Yeah. So click menu and you can copy board because I've done it before, but I don't have any left on my board that anybody shared with me. So because I've copied them and saved them. So yeah, copy board and then just name it whatever you want to name it. Now the board's done. You've got it. You don't even have to create it, but you can go in here and you can change your background. You can personalize it. You know, change your list, whatever you want to do.
Hey, Cindy.
Yes.
So I added visit Hannah Rose. Do you see that?
I've seen that. What is that?
It's on the to-do, just on the to-do on your.
Oh, did you add that?
I did.
Okay.
So can you tell, I'm assuming who added that?
Yeah, see over here, it said, because I seen that, it said Joy Simpson added visit Hannah Rose. I was like, okay. What is that? Yeah, so I can see
I just wanted to see if I could put something on it, so, since I was, I just was testing it out.
Yep.
And also with that, I had the same, I saw the visit Hannah Rose. I was wondering if people add to this, will everybody see the changes?
Yep. And that's why you can copy the board and save it as yourself. Save it for yourself. Okay. You copy it, no one's going to see it. You copy it, it's yours. You just copied it and saved it on your profile. Gotcha. And nobody else. And you can see the people who have access to it. Once you copy it, it should be just your name up there, your initials.
Okay. I had already created that one from the last training that you did from MegaFest.
Okay.
So there is one more question. It says, is there a way to group boards?
Good question.
I know.
So I don't believe so. I've not been able to find any way to do that. But again, like Cindy said, we're just kind of learning. So I don't want to steer you wrong. I don't believe there is a way, but if somebody knows or figures that out, please let us know.
I mean, there's your personal boards. I mean, you can star them. You can search your boards. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've only been really working with these 3 boards right here. So, and I just keep them starred. I haven't gotten too much. I have a lot of boards, but a lot of these are just what people have shared with me. And like, I even made a vacation planning board. Like, I plan on, you know, things to do, check, that's our vacations we have coming up, things we got to do. Actually, I can delete that because we're not going anymore. So, wah.
I just saw on the board that you sent to, if someone sends you a board that you don't want, that you can hit leave board.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So you can leave the board if you don't want my board. You can leave it.
There's another question. It says, I've been trying to find a way to count all of my follow-ups daily. I leave following up until last as I get carried away. Do you know how we can numerically count prospects? No, is there a way to do that through Trello?
To count your prospects. I mean, if you have a list, like a prospect list, I don't know. I mean, you could do, I'm looking for this connection
Can
funnel.
I offer what I do?
Yeah.
When I've got a prospect list in mind, and so when I follow up with them each day, they move up to the top of my list, and then I'll set a reminder for a week out or 4 days out or whatever. And so at the end of the day, I know who I talked, you know, I kind of know where I started. And so everybody that I've gone to that day, I'll move them to a certain date, and then the next day when I start following up, I'll move them to the next day. So I constantly will always have people flowing through that filter. When new people are added in, some get moved over to the, you know, do not contact, you know, I've gotten blocked or whatever list, or, you know, follow up with me in 3 months. So like I kind of just keep moving them through. But if you move the cards to the top of the list or to the bottom of the list, you know who you've talked to that day, because you can move the cards up and down in the list, not just side to side from one to the other. So that's, I don't know if that makes sense.
That helps. The only way I know to like numerically count number of cards and different things is really through Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And also, like if you're looking at Cindy's screen right now, how it has like the different color labels, she showed you how to like make the green one say daily and the other ones have it. Oh, okay. It does pop up there. I was gonna say, I actually have a list that hasn't like all that, but that's cool.
Yeah, you can look at this also, and well, if you're on the card, you can see the labels,
Yeah.
or you can click those. So if I want them, you can click. That's something new. I didn't even know you could do that.
See, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know it. That's awesome. I just found that. I just clicked on one of them.
For all of us.
And you can see that there's so much to learn with this, and I don't know it all. Like, we're just beginning with this, but we wanted to share with you what we knew, and know that it's gonna help you. You can start with the basics, and as we start learning more, we can do more advanced trainings on this. But dive into it and just, you know, click around, like you're gonna find things like this. So you click around, and you'll know what these, you know, label. I mean, just you'll find new things. The stickers. This is another one that me and Nicole found today. So when I finish one of them, I can put a check mark. Yay! Bold Betty signed up. I got her closed. I can put a check mark. You know, something's done. Put a check mark on it. I mean, it's just, and then you can remove those. Those are just stickers. You can put fun stickers. And that great. Isn't that cool?
There was somebody I saw today on their Trello board that they have it hooked up to their Alexa. So when they move something to the done board, it's like plays this bold music or something. Like
That's cool.
they have it wired somehow to their. It was really neat.
That
Like
is
it had this little light show that went off and music that played automatically every time you move something to the done folder. That was kind of funny.
Oh, it's on. I got to figure that out. Cindy, would you be able to show the group how to change the background of the boards?
Yep. So, here we go. Right here, you go to menu. So if you're looking at this, show menu. You're on your board. Okay, so you pick your particular board that you want to change the background on, show menu, and change background. And then you can pick colors, or if you want different photos on the back of it, and you just choose, the background, and there you go, voila. Say I just want a color background. I can just put a color background on it. And I believe you can customize and put your own photo, maybe. Go all the way to the bottom, maybe not. No. But so you can put, that's how you change your backgrounds. You guys, Ellie, any other questions?
No, not right now. Any last minute questions?
What?
All right, looks good, Cindy.
Awesome. Okay, can you attach Excel spreadsheets? Oh,
Yes.
okay, you answered something. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys liked it and have fun. Spend some time this weekend just playing around with it, create some different boards, and find one that works for you, and you're going to find a lot less stress, hopefully, like I did, because it's just nice to have things organized.
Thank you so much. This is awesome.
You're welcome. Okay. Is it worth having a troll chat somewhere to add things that we find out? You mean for us, like for this? We could probably do that. You mean just to keep people updated? Saying this is what I found. A Trello chat is, I think that's what she meant, not troll. A Trello chat. Yeah, we can start a Trello chat, and if anybody wants to share, this is what I found. That'd be good. Actually, yeah, we'll put that out there. We'll find a way to put it out there. All right.
Great.
More questions? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nicole, for helping.
Hey, thanks for
Appreciate you.
having me. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
us, everyone.
Yeah, you guys have a great weekend.
Thanks, Cindy. Thanks,
You're
Nicole.
welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys have a great week.